Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Coffee, Chaos, and Grace. I'm Cheryl Cleveland, and I am here today to say thank you so much. We are growing as a community. We are getting larger. We are getting more and more people joining us to really just be here as a support system for people of a certain age. I'm not going to say what that is. Everybody, hits different points at different times in their life. And I happen to be 63, but you know what? People in their 40s, I remember in my 40s feeling like, oh my gosh, people just don't understand what I'm going through right now. In my 50s, I felt like that sometimes too. And I know that there are people out there that are feeling just like I did and who are feeling like that, that they have no support system, who's just there to be here with an understanding ear and to share in this camaraderie that comes along with the experiences that we're having right now. So welcome if you're new, and if you have joined me before, thank you so much for being here with me again today. I really appreciate that. Today we are going to be talking about the best advice that I ever got, and it's going to be specifically about money. Now, I know that that's an interesting topic to get to, but it has been advice that, when taken, it changed my life, literally. I've gotten a lot of advice over the years, but one piece that has stayed with me longer than almost anything else has been that spending money on experiences is so much smarter than on things. When I was younger, I really wanted to have, I don't know, certain furniture in my house or certain gadgets that everybody else had. Like I needed to have a Fitbit, and then I needed to have an Apple Watch, and I needed to... Really? No, I didn't need any of that stuff. I needed certain clothes, right? And I've really literally abandoned that. I don't know if you've been watching me. You probably haven't seen anything super repeated yet, because I've only been doing this a little over a week. But you're going to see some of the same clothes over and over again. Why? Because they're fine. They're fine. They get me through the day. They are stylish enough. But it's just not something that I concentrate on anymore. Another thing was cars, right? Like I had some really cute cars in my life. I've never ever gone and spent a whole lot of money on a car, but I've had new cars before. And I'm finding out that used cars work just as well. And a lot of times are such a smarter investment. Those things are just not important. And I can tell you that for the most part, a lot of those things that I purchased before, I have no idea even where they are anymore, right? They're either broken or they're donated. I don't want to talk about donations, or they're just forgotten altogether. It's interesting because I know that I have donated clothing to places that have tags still on them. Have you ever done that before? I know, crazy, right? What a great investment that thing was for me to basically give it to somebody else to wear brand new. But everybody's experiences are different. I know that. But experiences, here's the thing. Experiences stay with us, right? I can tell you some of my best memories from when our kids were younger. We used to take our kids every summer. We would invest in it was a cottage on a lake in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We took our kids there, and it wasn't super expensive at all. The more expense came from just food and things that we needed while we were there. But it came with a boat, and we took fishing equipment, and it came with a motor for the boat. And my ex-husband would take the kids out every night, and they would fish on the lake and bring back their fish. They learned how to clean fish there. And then at the end of the week, and we did this, I want to say 3 or 4 summers. At the end of the week, we had a giant fish fry with all the catch that my kids and my ex-husband got during the week. And my kids still talk about the memories of going to that lake. And that was just, it was such money well spent, right? Just special moments with my kids, school events that we went to. We also, when we first adopted the kids, we put our money into a trip for all of us to go to Disney World. We were from Indiana and we traveled to Disney World. And instead of staying in a hotel there or on site especially, we invested in a camper. And so we bought this camper. We drove the camper from Indiana to Orlando, and we stayed in a park that was not too far from Disneyland, but it had Disney theme. And our camper wasn't very big. I mean, we couldn't afford anything very big, but we also bought tents. And so we had our own little compound there because we had our 6 kids, right? So we had the 2 of us, and our youngest was in the trailer with us, and the kids all stayed in their little pup tents right outside. And we had a fire in the middle, and I mean, our kids were completely safe. We had our own campsite there. But that trip, yes, it did cost us some money. It's not like it wasn't an investment there, but that trip is still talked about by my kids. I still remember just little bits and pieces of it. It was an amazing trip. I still remember just laughing, sitting around a fire with our little Christmas tree there because we went on Christmas. And the kids understanding that they weren't getting, that this was the big Christmas gift of the year. They got like one small thing, I think, for each of them. But this was the big gift. And they completely understood it. And they still talked about that trip today. Anyway, I just want to put this out there that nobody sits around and reminisces about like a dishwasher they bought in 1998. Woo, right? That doesn't happen. Instead, we remember moments. And that's the big thing that I want to concentrate on today, is the fact that if you're going to spend money on something that is going to last longer than, I mean, the memories, that's what we're really looking for, right? Experiences that we have create stories, and then stories create connections. And some of our best memories didn't cost much money at all, right? It's just the memory of that thing. So, couple thoughts on what you might think about doing. Game nights, road trips, picnics, even like just having coffee with a friend, right? Like I'm doing right now. These are memories that are going to stay with us and don't cost us anything or very little. The big thing I'm learning right now is at 63, I just think differently about spending time, spending energy, spending money. I'm trying to collect more memories and just fewer possessions. The things that matter most tend to be the things we experience together. And if I could pass along one piece of advice, that's what it would be. It'd be to invest in memories whenever you can instead of things. Anyway, what experiences do you have that you'll never forget? I would love to know that. Give us a comment in the comments below. Join our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group called Coffee, Chaos, and Grace. If you don't know where it is, I will just let me know in the comments. I will give you a link to that. But that's all you have to do is just look that up on Facebook. Join our group there. We want to build a community of people who are here to help us all understand how we are going through a lot of the same things. Give me some ideas for things that you'd like me to talk about. I would love to eventually get to a point where we'll do lives and we'll actually talk to each other. ask questions and really get a dialogue going, because I really think that between us, we can really move mountains. We can make our lives so much more fulfilling by encouraging others and being encouraged in return. Anyway, thank you again so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do not edit this, so you get me as I am. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, okay? And I will see you tomorrow. But until then, give yourself some grace today. Have a great one. Bye.